Let's go smaller. Okay, so it's gonna be a wet winter, but it is still 40 degrees inside. Not the highest quality wood, but FNC la vie. Okay, so next time for weightlifting rings, I'll just get what's going on Amazon, or maybe get the metal ones. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Cool. Well, I guess the good thing with this system, right, is that you could is it? You could upgrade the rings because the modular system. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Everything left just another funny thought. Why you're not allowed to say, quote, quote, Merry Christmas no more? It's like, because you might be Jewish. That's okay. Not everyone celebrates Christmas. However, I find it funny because at this point, because America, new world religion of capitalism, we do not have Christmas as a Christian notion, just another capitalistic holidays to get you stuff. So actually, Christmas is the new way to approach things. Yeah, I think it's I think it's interesting because we talk a lot about tolerance, open-mindedness, stuff like that. It's like, just tell people Merry Christmas, right? And people's like, I'm Jewish, I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm like, come on, bro, I'm just trying to be nice. Happy holidays. Everybody likes Christmas. Actually, I had a funny thought. It's like, only trust peoples who celebrate Christmas. Bring the Christ back into Christmas. Or people who have Christmas trees. I always trust them. It's like, yeah, it's got a Christmas tree. It's probably a sign that uses once a kid somewhere and you want to be fun again. Okay. Back in the day when I was a kid. So it's so funny. It's like so many people nowadays are like pro dog, anti kids. I'm like, I'm pro kids, anti dogs. It's like, it's funny. It's like nowadays you're not allowed to say I don't like dogs. To say like I don't like dogs, like saying I don't like Asian people. Yeah, and I think actually one of the funny things that people got to understand about America being America is so much of these like fake ass woke people who done hijack society. I mean, it's not like it's no conspiracy theory. It's just everyone's always like, yeah, Jewish people run the world and blah blah. I'm like, bro, Jewish people do not run the world. Do you know who runs the world? American military. And actually, what's super interesting is that there's actually a lot of low-key Jewish people who serve in the U.S. military, which is the ultimate skin in the game. So as long as there's Jewish people in the American military, and honestly, it's like most Jewish American people is like, what are you so? That my friend Daniel Schaefer told me is like, I'm Jew ... ish ? Which means you ain't like a super strict Orthodox Jew, right? So yeah, like a lot of unorthodox, what they call reformists or whatever, they celebrate Christmas and whatever. It's like, let's not forget what Bob Dylan, what's his name, Andrew Zinneman or something, is Jewish, right? Why did Bob Dylan change his name? Because he knows that America is anti-Jewish people. Yeah, don't trust nobody who has to change their last name. It's a sign of cowardice. Shout out to Ben Horowitz. Kind of more of a legitimate thought. And actually, I learned this guy from a thing at Park. It's like, I guess the good thing with wooden rings, you could do the chin-ups easier with your wrists. And it looks like the upside of the benefit of that is it's better to strengthen your wrists and your shoulders. And actually, I wonder if actually a lot of people get injured because their wrists, whatever, is not strong enough. Wrist strong, Hercules, bones and sinews. And from one of my friends who's a professional UFC fighter. It's funny, people like try and train for the muscle up. I think the best way to think about muscle up, it's almost like a muscle forward, is probably the best way to think about it. Alright, check out my new Prius edition, Bulldozer edition. Hopefully people understand that I'm driving with a kid. Actually, the reason why fucking so many people in LA are psychopaths is not because people's bad peoples or whatevs, is that they just lack the knowledge or the understanding that, in fact, some people drive home with a kid in the car. It's like, you got a kid in the car, you're gonna like murder somebody? Probably not, right? Therefore, as a consequence, just kind of give them a low-key reminder. It's like, oh, also something that people don't understand is like, a lot of times kids actually, if you ever drive down a windy road with your kid, be careful, because it's highly possible and probable your kid actually might throw up. So as a consequence, trying to be careful and critical about this is a wise idea. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay, so on Amazon, got these bad boys. Let's see if they actually fit. Perfect. Sugoi. Super Sugoi. Work Pro. I can thank God for Amazon. Actually, one of the visions of what's his face? Jeff Bezos was genius. He said, let's try to make Amazon Prime or whatevs a thing in which it is actually irresponsible to not have Amazon Prime. Jeff Bezos, super effing genius. I trust nobody who anti-Jeff Bezos. I'm like, come on, fucking use a little fake. is fake woke. My simple heuristic is trust nobody who fake woke, who tokes. Don't trust nobody who smokes the marijuanas or drink alcohol. Most people are just alcoholics in disguise. And is alcoholism bad? Yes, it is the worst drug out there. Bad, bad, bad. I guess one of the downsides of weightlifting equipment, squat racks, whatever, is you fucking gotta build it yourself. But fortunately, this independent rack thingy is simple-ish enough. Simplest design is the best, and I guess also the benefits is it's portable, so like you can move it around easier. It's like if I ever have to move, am I gonna deconstruct this and take it with me to my next place? Question mark. I'm not sure. There's one thing I hate about IKEA, all the shit looks nice. You gotta fucking build it yourself like a plebeian. Better to just pick up free furniture on the curb. Okay, gotta make it nice and tight. It's like, you put your life on this thing, make sure that our thing won't break. Actually, it's so funny too. People talk about quality and quality control. What it is, right? Honestly, all the shit's made in China. It's probably fine. You know, people talk about like American quality. What it is, right? I mean, some American people care, but a lot of people don't. And actually, that's why, being in Asia, whatever, is often better because there's no like equality of rights and stuff like that, right? Like janitors in America are so, not everyone, but a lot of janitors in America are so lazy because there's like this notion of like this work is beneath me. But in Asia, that kind of work is, I mean, the caste system in Asia is stronger. It's like you pour and you work in doing the maintenance or cleaning up and shit, right? Construction, and like no notions of just like respect and stuff like that. That's actually why when I go to Asia and I treat all the worker staff with so much respect, everyone's so shocked. It's like, what? I actually think to think about ethics, like Nassim Taleb said, better to treat the janitor with respect, with more respect than the big boss. Even something I learned in the early days of working my first tech startup job out of college is who's the most important person in the office. It's actually the secretary or the person. I still remember her name, Marissa. She was super cool. It's like people who greeting everybody and let everybody in because she's the one who gives you the parking validations. And she knows who done showed up early, who done showed up late, and won't snitch on you. Also, some homeboys with the IT peoples, they use best friends. Don't refer to people as they. Say their name. Like, time I done fix somebody's computer, like, it's me on the phone, it's like, yeah, they came and fixed my computer, or they took so long, or they were so good. I'm like, no, don't say they, say Eric. Eric came and fixed my computer. Eric Kim. Eric Kim. Okay, so some other random things. Tested out Bard the other day. Bard.google.com. Dude, it effing sucks. Like, it's so bad. It's like, so bad, so bad. It's like, what's like a good analogy? It's like, let me say that the ChatGPT 4 is like Tesla Model S Plaid, then like using Bard is like Pontiac Aztec. Using car analogies is actually one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, simplest is best. Simplest is best. So, a lot of people who want to become more fit, my solution is simple: 100% carnivore diet. The heuristic is simple: if it did not once have a heartbeat, you're not allowed to eat it. It's like, I love the taste of blood. If red blood don't come out of it, don't eat it. To me, it's kind of a interesting idea because honestly, like, more people want carnivore. I think it'd actually be better for the individual. Like, think about how expensive groceries are now. Dude, if you fed somebody, poor working class family, 100% carnivore diet, actually, ironically, it's way cheaper. Like, you got a balanced diet and shit costs you so much effing money. Like, very simple, right? So let's say you go to Costco and just buy ground beef, right? It's like what, $3.99 a pound? Or even better yet, you go to the local Mexican market. Beef liver is insanely cheap at the local Mexican market. The carniceria, it's only what, like $1.99 a pound, $2.99 a pound, right? So let's just be conservative, right? So let's say that beef liver is $2.99 a pound. And let us say the average American can't even eat a half a pound of it. It's gonna fill you up. So even if you had 100% pure beef liver diet, you could feed the average person for $1.50 a day. Let's say $2, right? $2 a day, and then in a month, it's only $60. Like, people done drop $60 on buying stupid groceries and stupid vegetables. I mean, like, I actually think one of the biggest scams is like farmers market. You just like pick up a cauliflower, and you just drop like $8 on cauliflower. Oranges and shit. I mean, fruit is essentially modern day candy with a good conscience. Yeah, don't trust them with that. Okay, sturdy. So another funny thought while building this, right? It's like, this is so sturdy, strong, and robust. Maybe mentally we should think of ourselves like becoming a metaphorical squat rack, power rack, etc. Whenever we're not robust, we should be embarrassed of ourselves. Actually, it's funny because like the notion of placating is perhaps not a good one. It's like everyone would be so like nice and shit and don't hurt other people's feelings, whatever, right? But like, if you want to be a real innovator, you gotta hurt some people's fragile emotions. People just like eggshells, stepping on eggshells. That's what, let's see, nothing that's politically correct. Shout out to my friend Todd Hada, the only self-owned entrepreneur that I know who actually speaks his mind. Actually, trust nobody who is a wage slave. What is a wage slave? Essentially, a wage slave is somebody who don't got no freedom over themselves, their body, their lives, etc. It's yours to control. It's like, you know, if you're self-owned, take off your shirt. Can you flex? It's funny because, like, some people think flexing is bad manners. I'm like, fucking fakos. Like, you go on Instagram, you flex your watch or your stupid lifestyle. It's like, oh, went to this place, got some new boba and shit. Fucking get me. Actually, my critique is a lot of these fake ass people's, right? It's like, oh, look at me, I adopted a new animal, blah blah. I'm such a good person. I'm like, bro, you're trying to fucking virtue flex on me? I think virtue flexing is probably the worst thing one could do. It's like, I actually find that kind of behavior a little bit base and abominable. It's like, yeah, look at me, I just done created the center and named it after myself. It's like, don't trust nobody who puts their name on shit unless it's somebody else's names. Like, for example, if I ever create a foundation, I'm just gonna name after my mom, Leah Chung, Suki Chung Foundation. The kids who can't read good, not these fake ass people who just want to put their name on buildings and shit, right? It's like, I find that a little bit base. Thought if I put my chest strap on, no one probably just cover up my nips, but I'm not allowed to be in the store. Fun experiment. So at what point is nakedness no longer permitted? It's like, no shirt, no shoes, no service. It's like, but what constitutes a shirt? It's like, is a crop top a shirt? A tube top a shirt? Okay, so this is gonna be the new thing, guys. Okay, let's make a tube top for men. Or like pasties? People on pasties, man. Tube top? Okay. Let's see if I can design a tube top. It's like, are you allowed to be a man and do this stuff without being like, you know, gay or homoerotic? It's funny, it's like the only man I know who done wore the shorts, walk around naked. But yeah, the reason why I think that anyone on Instagram is so disingenuous is it's kind of like, I mean, it's human nature to want to flex, but what I'm just anti is kind of like strange inconsistency biases. It's like, or like even people on Twitter or whatever, so everyone's trying to show how woke flex. It's like, oh, racial inequality, blah blah, right? No, there's labor laws and shit, right? It's like, fucking, you ever have a talk with a janitor? It's like, I think that anyone who talks about like racism, you know, African American stuff like that, just like, bro, just go to Lagos. Also, another thing that made me more tolerant was going to Dubai, the UAE, meeting Saudis in real life. Super cool. Okay, is this stable? Maybe. Okay. So, got some fun activities. Motorsport. Your boyfriend is a dork. Let's put. Boom. Okay, it's a fun thought. This is actually the chin-up bar. It's like, if I put it up here, it's gonna hit my head. Yep, looks like I'm too tall. It's the downsides of being tall and handsome. And, Joseph. Looks like this bar is good mobilities. This would be spirits. Fucking throw this at somebody. Actually, I think the simple antidote to back pain is maybe more people should just do rings exercises. But the downside of Asian culture, people too into like martial arts and shit. It's not enough into the ancient Spartan notions. And I think actually, it's funny. I think ever since I was a kid, actually, my biggest passion was always trying to like figure out better or more virtuous ways to do things in life and stuff. It's like I was always anti excuses. Yeah, I think my passion as a kid is always do different, think different, and be different. This is good for me. Okay. Every man should protect his power squat bar. True men. Looks like I could put it over to the side. Just show what you do. Overshot. No such thing as proper form, you suckers. Suckers. Sucker free. Practically living debt free. The thing that's problem with the gym, you cannot lift topless, I guess, unless you're at the Gold's Gym in Venice Beach. Don't be a square. Motorsport. Boyfriend is a dork. You could bet on me. Skirt. Switch it up. It's funny, it's like everyone's like, you need a plan, bro. I'm like, I don't like anything that's predetermined. Even religion, predestination, not good. Yeah, trust this shit. Better be skinny, safety. perform like Josh normal. I ain't normal. Yeah. There's California. Yeah. Wait, that's full. Don't trust people who's into luxury. Luxury's for losers. Real niggas wear these Vans. Got my Vans on, but they look. Red coat, what? But my Vans look cleanest. Got my Vans on, but the sneakers. Got my Vans. Okay. Okay, that's good. Rack pulls are the future, baby. 10 racks, 20 racks. Show them something new. Boy. Walk it down. Okay, easy work, easy on work. See if can we get much higher? So boom, 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 boom. I fantasize this back in Chicago. Mercy, mercy me, the mercy alaga. I blow. How you say, bro? Me no hablo. Why are some people so obsessed with money? Why do people care about money so much? Question mark. Having money is not having. Better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Some more turbulence. So, how you can become a better photographer.
How to become a better photographer. So growing up poor, comma, which essentially means we were just one paycheck away from being homeless because my dad just gambled away the rent money, comma, means, question mark. Love this tape. Master of the duct tape. Duct tape master. It's like funny, it's like how many things in the world could just be fixed with duct tape? A lot. Papa's super ghetto ass. Become less emo, eat more meat. For myself, comma, I've discovered that if you're 100% carnivore, comma, 100% red meat, comma, beef and lamb diet, ... you will become happier, exclamation point. I have a theory, semicolon. Maybe the reason why so many modern day people are so emo, sad, and whatever, comma, is because they don't eat enough meat, question mark. Instead, they consume too much Netflix, comma, television, comma, movies, comma, Disney Plus and YouTube, comma, and drink too much alcohol, comma, smoke weed, comma, etc., period. Also, comma, trust nobody who goes to Vegas, comma, to these EDM concerts, comma, Burning Man or whatever, period. I know nobody who has ever gone to these things 100% sober, comma, no weed, no alcohol, period. Certainly, there is nothing moralistically or ethically bad about weed or alcohol, comma, but from a pure physiological perspective, comma, it is a weakening agent, period. Do you want to be soft as white bread, comma, or, comma, do you want to be as hard, comma, robust and stout as a Texas power squat bar, question mark. For myself, comma, money was a simple thing, semicolon. Pay rent, comma, feed yourself, comma, what else, question mark. The modern day man. Capitalism and money and wealth accumulation is the new world order and religion, period. No, comma, it ain't Jewish people orchestrating the whole thing, semicolon. It is just runaway capitalism, period. The new world order is free market capitalism, comma, money, comma, wealth accumulation, comma, etc., period. No, comma, Jewish people don't run the world, comma. Rather, comma, the notion of capitalism does, period. I think one thing I have discovered is that most people have no self-knowledge, comma, no self-worth, comma, and they externally validate themselves with numbers, comma, commas and zeros, comma, whatever, period. Also, comma, conspicuous consumption means look at me buy this expensive outfit or clothes or accessory, comma, or look at me drive this expensive car, comma, I am so rich, powerful, and happy, exclamation point. What would the ancient Spartans think, question mark. So doing some random research this morning with ChatGPT 4, comma, going to wikiquote.org and doing some research on Hitler, semicolon. So this morning, comma, and yesterday, comma, going on wikiquote.org and doing some research on Hitler, comma, and also researching Hitler quotes with ChatGPT 4, semicolon. It was insanely interesting that he actually mentioned Sparta and ancient Sparta, period. Hitler said something along the lines of racial dominance, comma, comparing the rule of 600 Spartans over the Helot population of Etymology of Helit. I know that we, the new slaves, I'm about to So what is very interesting is Sparta, comma, the military state, comma. Essentially, you have a few elite Spartans ruling over a huge mass of helots, comma, who are essentially serfs, comma, or low-key slaves, period. The helots did the dirty work like agriculture and farming, comma, tilling the land, etc., period. One of the theories about the word helot means let us say that you have the perfect apartment, comma, the best of interior design, decor, and quality of materials, comma, and live in the most desirable neighborhood in your locale or your city, period. You have zero interest in ever buying or purchasing property or a home, comma, whether it be a condominium, comma, townhome, comma, single family home, comma, duplex, triplex, whatever, period. Kim Kardashian pornography. 20 bins. 10 plates, 20 plates. Keep it too low to the floor, and you're gonna be safer.
Christian Protestant people are anti-Semitic. Catholic people don't really care about Jewish people, period. But I think Christian Protestant people see them as a threat, question mark? What did he say about financial engineering and Hanukkah? Kanye West, Lex Friedman podcast.
Friedman podcast. Based off of our connection and just you being a friend, I need to show you my 2 tech companies and get your perspective. Because now I have friends that can give me perspective. Like when I would work on albums, I had other friends that worked on albums and they would give me their perspectives on it.
You want to do this?
We are doing it. This is part of it.
This is part of it.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I wanted to finish. The thing is, okay, you're going to ask me different questions, but I'm about growing and building and bringing the idea to life. So when I see you, I say, oh, this guy understands how to hire engineers. Where I'm coming from Hollywood, coming from press, coming from media, all of the guys, that so many of the guys that have been like voices and faces and talking heads, whatever, have not understood how to engineer product. And that's the reason why I was able to jump past everyone in the entertainment field, become, whatever the net worth is, 11 billion. I'm gonna stop putting the whole black thing on my work. Like, let's just see where I am on the scale of life, because that's a cop out to say richest black guy of all time, because that's feeding into the same, trauma economy that Black Lives Matter feeds into. That's why I love and respect engineers. That's the only thing that we really need to teach in school. We don't need to teach history. We don't need to teach anything that is subjective. It needs to only be engineering taught in school, and everything else needs to be recessed. Nothing at all, any forced subjective information is just to weaken and indoctrinate our species, and that's what schools do now.
As an engineer, I love hearing you say that, but to push back, history is not, the interpretation of history might be subjective, but history has some facts, and they're useful to give a grounding to the way you do engineering.
I don't 100% believe in anything, any concept of the future, or any concept of history, because history was just written by the victors.
Yeah. That's
So if I see stuff happen on the day that later that day is reported wrong, so how wrong is something reported 1,000 years ago? And why would we argue about something that's not in the now? Because that's the only thing that